What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. Honestly, that was a very good and entertaining game. Very good game. Shout out to Spurs. They tried to win their way. Shout out to them, but then again, it cost them. Trying to win their way cost them the game. I understand managers always want it to be their way. They want to stick with their principles. They want to pass that message to the players. It has to be this way because they want to pass that message to the players. Also, the mindset aspect, like we win like this, we lose like this. Fine, that is good, and it's a very good thing. But for today, I don't. I felt Ange should have just maybe move away from his principles a little bit by sitting deep, making it difficult for Chelsea to have that so much space behind them. Honestly, he should have just sat very deep. If Klopp, like Spurs versus Liverpool, Klopp sat very deep. Klopp sat very deep. If Klopp, who is actually like the second best manager in the Premier League, could actually respect you to move away from his principles, because Klopp is high press, gang principle basically, could move away from his principles. If Klopp could do it, then come on. Even Pep. I don't think if we're playing a game and we're down to 9 men on the pitch, I doubt we'll be playing that kind of high line. I don't think we'll play that kind of high line. We'll just sit very deep. Pep will just bring in Josko Vardiol, Netanyahu, and block everywhere, and we'll just take a point from the game. And that was what Ange was supposed to do. Playing that high line. If it had worked out, fair enough. Everyone will say, wow, he stuck to his style of play with just 9 men on the pitch. But it didn't work out. And I don't think that is sustainable. Playing like that against an elite team. Maybe to a lower team, it might work out. But when you're playing like that against teams like Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, that so far this season, Chelsea have been creating so many chances, just that they've not been able to put the ball at the back of the net. If you're playing against those kind of teams that can find spaces behind, I don't think it's sustainable. You will get punished. You will really get punished. Fine, it might work out maybe when you play against lower teams, but I don't think against the big dogs. Like playing like that against Man City, playing that kind of highline against Man City with so much space for Erling Haaland to run into, it's not sustainable. It's really not sustainable. And should have just sat deep to make it difficult for them. That he could have just, at least for this game, go away with a point and sit very deep. And I'm not sure any like Spurs fan will be upset with the way he decided to play, because everyone knew the situation. They were just with 9 men on the pitch. If they had just sat deep, make it so difficult for Chelsea, I just thought at least they would have left with a point. They would have left with a point, making it difficult for Chelsea. Because Chelsea struggles to score. Even when they were playing the high line, Chelsea were still even finding it difficult to break them down, even with the high line. So imagine if they are sat deep. I felt Chelsea would find it very difficult. Just allow them have the ball and sit deep. But I want to ask myself, if there's one thing Spurs fans already know now, is they have a very stubborn manager. They have a manager that will not move away from his principles. They have a very stubborn manager. They just know win like this or lose like this. Like, it has to be his way. So it seems he's that guy that won't change irrespective of the situation. But then again, I want to say, is Ange trying to say if this was like a Champions League final, where if you draw the game, you could go into penalties and you have a chance to win the game, he'll be playing this kind of high line? Because then again, I want to understand because in his after the match, he said even if they were 5, he will go down like that. So is he trying to tell me if this was like a Champions League final, he will still play this kind of high line? Or maybe if this was the last game of the season, where he just needed a draw, a point to win the Premier League title, he will still play like this? I don't. That's what I don't know. But I would like to see that situation what happens. I really like to see with that situation what happens, because today he decided to stick with his style. Fair. Is that style that have brought you far? It's the style that brought you far. It's always good to stick with your principles. It's good. But sometimes you need to just adapt. Even Pep Guardiola adapts. Klopp adapts. Pochettino, I'm sure, will adapt. Pochettino, with 9 men on the pitch, won't be playing a very high line. He will just adapt. But Postecoglou today, I just felt he needed to just adapt, sit very deep, and make it difficult for Chelsea. So now, where do they go from here? Because Romero has a red card, Udogie has a red card, Van der Ven has a Van der Ven is injured as well. Madison as well has a little knock. I feel this is for Spurs. The Premier League just started for them. Their season just started. Basically, this is their season just started. Basically, honestly, I actually said if they stay fit, they have a chance. If they stay fit, because I know some people were discrediting them, saying they can't win the title. Fair. It's because nobody believed they can do it. But I myself was like, what if a Leicester season sort of happen whereby they just stay fit and they're able to win games and they only play on Saturday or Sunday. But now they have these players injured. How do they adapt to this? What does Postecoglou do? One thing I know is Postecoglou won't go away from his principles. He's still going to play that high line. But the question is, can the players they have, Højbjerg, Emerson, can they play the style he wants? Can they do it actually? That's the question. Will they be able to do it? So far, he has tried. So far, honestly, credit to him. Their first loss after just 11 games, their first loss so far this season. So he has really tried. You can't. It's still a long season. It's still a very, very long season. But they were very brave. Honestly, he was very, very brave with that style of play. Vicario was superb. Vicario did all his best. Vicario gave his all. Another player that was good for them again was Son. Son tried. Son really, really tried. Honestly, Son tried. I felt if it was 11-11 on the pitch, I felt it would be a draw. It would be a draw because they were playing a very high line, and when Chelsea started finding their rhythm, Chelsea were not exploiting the spaces. So I felt this game would have ended a draw with 11 men on the pitch. I didn't see Spurs winning it. Honestly, I felt Chelsea would leave with a draw. Chelsea had the chance to score. So with 11 men on the pitch, I felt it would be a draw. Because Spurs, yes, will attack. They were finding space. They were making running in behind Chelsea. Chelsea too was doing the same thing to them. So with 11 men on the pitch, I felt the game would have ended a draw. But then again, Postecoglou, I feel this style he wants to do is not sustainable, where he just wants to stick to his principles. It has to be this high line way or no other way. It's good. It shows the way I see it, it shows a very good message to the players. It passes a very good message to the players in terms of, okay, this is our style, this is our principle, win or lose, this is how we'll do it. If we are going down, we go down this way. It shows confidence. Honestly, it shows confidence. It shows a very strong mentality. But if this, like I said, if this was like a Champions League final or the last game of the season, the last game of the Premier League season, are you telling me, and whereby you need a point to win the title, are you telling me you play this kind of high line? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. I really don't think so. That's it for me, guys. That's it for me. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about Postecoglou. Let me know if he was actually the one that caused them this defeat. I felt if he had sat deep, honestly, for me, I felt if he had sat very deep, at least he could have left with a draw. He would just soak the pressure, make it difficult for Chelsea. I felt if he had sat deep, they would still live with a draw. But the fact that he was playing that high line, he just gave it to Chelsea. He really gave it to Chelsea. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Let me know. Please do not forget to like, and also do not forget to subscribe, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.